Well, hey friends, welcome back to another episode of the Laptop Lifestyle Lounge. I'm your host, Jess Cassidy, and today we're diving deep into the world of branding, personal branding to be exact. And in this digital landscape world that we're all in, it's really important to talk about personal branding. There's, so much competition. It can be very overwhelming, and your personal brand, it's your secret weapon for standing out, right? Let's, just talk about this a little bit today. Let's talk about how you can stand out and building credibility for yourself and your business and attracting your ideal clients and your audience. So grab your notepads, your beverage of choice, some snackies, and let's get into it. Okay, friends, let's kick things off by defining your personal brand. Okay, so who are you? What do you stand for? Let's talk about some of these tips for standing out, looking different with everybody else. It's such a crowded online world, right? So you really need to identify your unique strengths, your values, your passions, and use this all to craft a personal brand that authentically reflects who you are, right? Your personal brand is truly more than just a logo and a tagline. It's the true essence of who you are and what you stand for and how you present yourself to the rest of the world. Personal brand is all about authenticity, consistency, and differentiation. It's about you standing out. What makes you different from the person next to you? Everybody has something different that makes them unique and also makes them, have their clients, and it attracts their audience to them. Everybody has something completely different that works for them. And this is also really important because you want to attract the people that you want to work with, right? So you have to be true to yourself. If you're pretending to be somebody else, then you're going to attract that type of person who you're not, okay? It's really, really important. You have to showcase this unique personality that you have, your values, your expertise. Defining your brand of your personal branding for your business and yourself, it's a huge strategy that you have to have in place. Start by conducting a thorough self-assessment, okay? Start looking at yourself, and this way you're going to have to start looking to uncover your unique strengths, your passions, and your values. Dig in deep, look at other people, and see how you compare and what you think that you look like out there compared to other people and where you want to be. Then what I want you to do is I want you to research your target audience, the people that you want to attract in for your business, okay? You need to start understanding their needs, their desires, and their pain points. Because if you can't relate to them through your brand and your persona, they're not going to come to you. You're not going to be able to provide what they need. Next, what's really important is you have to articulate your brand's unique selling proposition. Okay, we talk about that a lot. We talk about it in a bazillion trainings, and so does everybody else. But what really sets you apart? What is that unique thing? That sets you apart from all of the competition, okay? And why your audience is going to choose you, or why they should, over anybody else. So it takes time to reflect on your values, your personality, and your unique perspective on, whatever it is, your services, your products, anything that you're doing for your business. Reflect on that and decide what that unique perspective is that you can offer other people. And then use that insight to craft a brand that really, truly resonates with you and your audience on a deep and meaningful level, okay? When it comes to your online presence, this is your digital storefront, okay? In the vast expense of the internet, what they see forward, that's your presentation. That's all that they have to go off of first thing. But how do you build a compelling online presence that captures the attention of your audience and builds trust with them? Well, I want to share a couple of my favorite strategies and tactics for creating a magnetic online presence that attracts your followers, your fans, and your customers, and really truly builds that desired tribe for you. So when it comes to building, your online presence, one of the big things that people talk about a lot is consistency. That is the key, okay? So you have to choose a few platforms for social media and everything, but it has to be where your audience hangs out. And that's where you need to focus your efforts on creating that valuable content that showcases your expertise and your personality, because that's your brand, right? Building a strong presence, it's really essential in amplifying your personal brand and reaching that target audience. Start by creating a professional website that showcases your expertise, your personality, and your offerings. If you are a fun adventure person, you shouldn't have like a black and white website, right? Unless it's like really dramatic and stands out. But if you're a bold person, your website should be bold. If you are a truly like funny, comical person, maybe you should throw some of that in there. You want to put a splash of you and your personality in everything that you do. It's really, really important to make sure that your personality reflects your content. They should be going, side by side. If you're sarcastic, that should be, part of who you are. Because if you attract somebody in being this plain, stiff, very professional type of person, and then they come in expecting that, and then you're sarcastic and throwing jokes at them and all of this stuff, they're not prepared for that, and they may not have connected with you because that might not be who they vibe with, and that might not be who they want to connect with. So you're attracting the wrong people, and ultimately it's going to backfire on you because you're not going to be happy because that's not the person that you want to work with. So don't attract the wrong people. You really need to add, a sprinkle of your personality in everything that you're doing. Okay. So whether it's through blog posts, social media, video, make sure that your online presence is a true reflection of who you are and what you stand for. Okay. So your personality in your content, if you're funny, you're witty, you're nerdy, you're sarcastic, you have to add that all in there. Finally, produce a valuable content that you're putting out there that educates, inspires, and entertains your audience, the people that you want to connect with specifically, while reinforcing your brand's messaging and their values. Okay? So now let's talk a little bit about storytelling in building your personal brand, from sharing your origin story to highlighting your achievements and what that looks like. And also talking about your failures. Storytelling, it really truly is a powerful tool for connecting with your audience. And it connects them on an emotional level that builds the trust and the rapport that you need for successful business. Storytelling, it really truly is the secret sauce of personal branding. It's really what sets you apart from all of your competition, and it makes you memorable in the minds of your audience. So you really need to take some time to craft your story, highlighting the challenges that you specifically have overcome, and also the lessons that you've learned along the way. The vision that you have for your future, it's very important to use all of this to connect with your audience. Okay, so let's talk about engaging with your audience and building those meaningful relationships that we've talked about. Some really great ideas to engage with your audience are responding to comments and messages on your social media platforms, including your emails, okay? That whenever you're hosting live Q&A sessions and virtual events, these are really, truly meaningful ways that foster that trust and loyalty. Because if somebody is reaching out to you, they're commenting, they're asking questions, they want you to respond. So this is your chance to help them and connect with them. You also want to work on cultivating a brand community and foster that meaningful connections with your audience. Cultivating the brand for you and your community together as one. It's all about building real, true, genuine relationships and creating the value for you and your audience. You want to engage with those followers regularly. You have to set some time aside to be responding to comments and messages and those emails. You have to show appreciation for their support. I see a lot of people never respond, or they have their VAs, their assistants, respond all the time. Do you know how meaningful it is to just pop in there and be like, hey, you're doing such a great job, or thank you for, the support or something. It really truly means a lot to your audience when you can do that. So collaborating with influencers throughout the online interwebs that have like-minded brands that you are in, that can really help expand your reach and tap into new audiences that vibe with you. Finally, the next tip that I have for you in this is hosting live events, webinars, or workshops. And you can connect with your community on that real, true, deeper level and provide real in-time value to them because they really feel like they can get to know you that way. Okay. So that's a wrap for today's episode of the Laptop Lifestyle Lounge on personal branding. And really, we went way further than just talking about colors and logos. We didn't even talk about that in this one because I feel like that's something that people really already have down in their business. That's the fun part. That's what everybody gets excited about doing. But I hope that you've, walked away feeling truly inspired to build that personal brand that reflects you and your personality, your values, and the people that you want to attract into your business, because that will really make it meaningful for you as well. So remember your personal brand. It's really your secret weapon to standing out in the crowd. So until next time, keep vibing, keep working on that personal brand. And also I want to point out before I go really quick, I have a new guide right here for you guys for starting an online business. So we'll put it in the notes for you, but make sure you grab it and we'll see you guys next time.